Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Boomhire 01, NoCo Racing and Life as a Plant. Welcome to the Truck Series Championship finale at Homestead Miami Speedway. Glad y'all come back and join us for this. We've had some great racing tonight, we've had some good battling, and we're about to lay it all on the line. Quick recap, we have got Titans, Old Guy, and Trey, our final three drivers, fighting trying to get that championship. What do y'all think is going to happen in this race? It's a little bit different than the tracks that we ran. We've had the tri-oval mile and a half at Atlanta. We had the flat gateway, sharp corners, the super speedway Daytona, and now we've got the oval at Homestead.
Go ahead, Plant.
Truthfully, I think we're going to see. I would have to put a little bit of aggression coming from some of the playoff drivers. I mean, they're going to try to be safe. They're going to try to, work their own pace. But at the same time, whenever it starts coming down to crunching time and they know that, hey, I got to finish ahead of this person. Because at the moment, everybody's at zero. Anybody who's running for the championship has a chance to win the championship just by finishing ahead of the other person.
Yep. And
it just mainly comes down to, who's gonna be there then. I'm sorry, but if I'm Trey and I'm looking at Titans right in front of me on the last lap, I'm gonna try to bump him out the way. I'm not gonna try to wreck him, but I'm gonna try to bump him out the way just so I can win the championship. I think that's mainly what it's gonna go down to.
I agree.
But just hard, clean racing most throughout the race, and then after that, it's just gonna be anybody's ball game.
NoCo, how much do you see?
I'm gonna be looking at.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
You'd already started.
So honestly, this is gonna be our last race. This is it. This is for all the marbles. I'm gonna be looking at desperation. Who's gonna be that driver that is going to have to be put in desperation mode come near the end of the race? Because that is going to be interesting to watch. The guy that is in fourth position as far as the playoff grid goes,
third.
I feel like that's the guy, or I'm sorry, third, yeah, because there's only three that had advanced.
Yep.
I feel like that's the driver that is going to have to put it all on the line and try to make up ground or make up positions in whatever way possible he can. So, not to mention, we got other guys out here.
Yes.
They're trying to make a name for themselves. So you
how
got two
much do you
storylines.
see the non-playoff drivers contending in this?
It's going to be a huge factor. These guys are not going to want to mess up the playoff drivers, but at the same time, they know that they're being watched by all the other admins. They know that the draft is coming. NASCAR Heat 4. Is going to be a no holds bar
fight to the end.
But Titans is the top playoff driver in qualifying. Invites are up, guys. You can accept them.
NoCo, did you get yours? I got you, Daddy.
I feel like the aggression level is about to pick up. I feel like we're going to see the most aggressive race of the night. I feel like somebody's going to come out of Homestead really happy, and there's going to be two other guys really upset.
Oh, absolutely. But before we get into it, we've seen the racing tonight. We've seen each driver, all of them that ran tonight, all four of the playoff drivers at some point or another up front battling for contention.
NoCo, are you not getting your invite?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the lobby waiting for you. Make sure you had them.
Basically, it just comes down to nobody who's racing for the championship can make a mistake or have a mistake happen.
Yes, so how much do you race the non-playoff drivers?
You're going to race them hard?
I would race them. I mean, I would race them hard, but only as hard as I need to. I'm not going to jeopardize me losing 3 spots and then say Trey's in that, spot behind me because I'm trying to go for a win or something.
As we've got Titans sitting second, we've got Old Guy sitting in fifth, and Trey sitting in sixth as Trey makes his way on the inside of Old Guy. So right now, Titans is holding that #1 spot. How are you wanting to run this track, Noko? Noko, you're our track expert almost. I mean, this is a different...
So with this is a very different track. You're absolutely right. So with Homestead, you're going to want to kind of dime it in the corner. You're going to look to go high on entry, duck it down low, get close to that white line. You're going to want to let the truck kind of do its own thing coming off the corner. You don't want to put too much wheel into it, because the more wheel you put in on exit, the harder you're going to wear out that right front.
And also a lot more of that rear end is going to try to snap loose on you coming off exit. So just kind of duck it down in there and just kind of let it slide back up as you're straightening out.
Absolutely. You know, and as the run goes on, I feel like these guys are going to start searching more for the top side of the track, because the bottom in 1 and 2 is going to be pretty much the preferred line on new tires. And then once they start to wear out a little bit, you're going to want to creep up to that second and third lane, so you're not going to be wearing out the tires as hard.
As we see somebody in the wall, that wasn't none of our playoff drivers though, so that's good.
I believe it was Giggity Kevin truck.
As
You got Buck,
Titans
the 16
taking the
truck,
lead.
man, he's all over the back bumper of the 25.
Yes, he
Buck
is.
If I'm
actually
one of these
qualified 3-1.
If I'm one of these non-playoff drivers right now, I want to win this race. I want to show the teams that I have what it takes to run up front against championship contenders in the Truck Series, to make that mark, to try to get the best possible ride I can get going into NASCAR Heat 4.
But also at the same time, say like you said, Buck being right there on the bumper of the 25 truck. Say it's Old Guy and Titans up there literally running 1 and 2. You're sitting in third. You're sitting here battling. You know these two are fighting for, you know, that title. Do you kind of let them do their own thing at the same time? Because, you know, as we was talking last race, you're looking, you know, they know that as the captains and admins watching, they're looking for the drivers who's going to show other people respect as well. The clean racing.
I mean, I'm gonna give them a little bit more room than I would usually, but I'm not gonna just roll over and give them the position.
Oh no.
Because, I mean, I'm on the track, you know, running my race, and you know, it's just as much, you know, I'm entitled to the race as much as they are.
Exactly.
And I'm just gonna want to go out there and try to show that, hey, you know, I can run up here with these guys. I'm going to look at this as a mock championship run, honestly. If I'm one of these guys, I'm going to see if I can finish ahead of the championship contenders, because if I'm put in this situation running for the Truck Series next season and I can outrun these guys right now, then I got a good shot to make my way to Miami for next season.
It's like the whole Kyle Larson situation everybody always talks about every year going into Homestead. They always say the preferred line at this track being all the way up against the wall. If he could just make that final round, he would have a great chance of winning the championship.
Absolutely.
I mean,
but you know, if I'm
people...
Titans right now, I'm just going to pace myself. I'm going to make sure I put as much distance as I can between myself, Old Guy, and Trey. And I mean, that's honestly, that's the guys he's racing. He doesn't need to worry about the win. Obviously, the win's going to be icing on the cake if he can get it. But in, you know, retrospect, you're racing the 54 and the 68 for the championship. Those are the only drivers that I would be worried about.
And with
Real
the 54,
quick, while you say that, I'm on board with the 68, and he's in 5th, being tailgated by the 54 truck. They're maybe about a second and a half behind this lead pack, but if you're these two, what do you do right now? Do you race hard each other right now, stage one, you know, or you kind of just ride and trying to get back up there to that top
I was
pack and
about
say,
to
hey,
ask that.
This is not your race.
Honestly, right now, I would be riding it out. I would wait for my adjustments to come in. You got 2 stages. Like I said, this is looking like it's already going to be a green flag run throughout the entire race from what it looks like so far.
Oh, yeah.
So I am going to be looking seriously at adjustments, maybe changing my lineup on the track, seeing where my truck likes to run the best, seeing where I'm gaining ground, seeing where I'm losing ground, and then make adjustments from there. That way I can put myself in that position in the final stage to have the truck capable enough to be able to pass through the 2 championship contenders.
An Old Guy gets
They
around
are
him.
3 wide behind Titans for second. Bad for you, Buck and Kendall are 3 wide. And how bad for you looks like he's shooting the inside of Titans.
This is the kind of finale that we were going to expect, guys. We knew going into this race we knew the contenders that were going to be up front battling for the win. We just didn't know who is going to win the race. In the opening laps right now, it's still early in stage 1, but that second pack with Trey and Old Guy, they're not really losing too much ground on this front pack. But that also, you got to take into consideration, these guys up front, they want TV time, they want to be out front, they want to lead laps. They're trying to show what they're made of right now.
And I have to go ahead and apologize to them right now if they do go back and watch this. We all know that Titans has got the lead right now. He's up there at the front, so I'm kind of focused on this battle right here for 5th and 6th with Trey and Old Guy, because are they going to continue to sit here and fight and run side by side, or are they going to finally say, all right, listen, we can't do this. We've got to get in line. We've got to catch them. We've got to stay up there with this pack. Otherwise, we're not going to have a chance at this. So the whole thing, like,
right now, guys,
as the whole enemy of my enemy is my friend type deal.
I'm a little nervous right now, guys. I'm looking at Titans, and you got 3 hungry drivers behind him, all wanting that spot. You think maybe he should back it down a little bit, get behind these guys, since, I mean, he's already so far ahead of those other 2 championship contenders. Maybe instead of risking making a mistake and getting caught up in an accident up front right now, do you think it would be wise for him to just back off and see what his truck's going to do in the draft as well?
I could see.
My personal. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say I could see him doing that, but also at the same time, I mean, you as that driver that's in the front, you want to keep as many positions between you and the rest of the drivers as possible.
I think that to go with what you were saying about the incident and being involved in an accident, they're fighting 3 wide behind him, and the best that they've done as far as next to Titans is kind of get their front bumper to his rear corner. If it's me, I'm staying out there, I'm leading the laps.
Yes, it is.
And the idea is I don't want to fall behind these guys that are racing real hard, and then they make contact and I have nowhere to go. Yeah, if he's in front, he's controlling the situation. If he's behind it, he's at the mercy of what the other 3 trucks do.
But at the same time, when everybody knows when you're that lead car, you're wearing out your equipment harder than you are the guys behind you.
True.
I think on these short runs, on the stages, as we see, nobody had to pit, so they're kind of short runs here. I don't think that's such a big deal, as now they're going to be able to make some adjustments. The cream of the crop will go to the front.
Is this 100%?
Actually, the playoff guys decided they all wanted to still just do a 50. So time-wise, running 4 races, they've had a lot of racing. They all decided they wanted to do 50. Gotcha. And here at Giggity, we let the people that are running for the points, we let them decide kind of how the races are run. They chose 50, so we're running 50.
All right, so we will not see a green flag stop on this second stage either, as there's only 15 laps to it, and they get 16 to a tank of fuel. So,
yeah, Buck on the outside, he's definitely one of the drivers that I'm watching. As you guys know, I mentioned to you guys before that I had a lot of interest in Buck on my team.
As we see, the outside line didn't get going.
68 and the 54.
Oh, that's going to bring everybody behind this lead pack.
That should be a caution, and it is. So now if you're Titans, do you fight for this lead, or if somebody gets by you, do you kind of just ride? As you know, the other 2 drivers you're racing against are both going to be in the rear, and all you have to do at this point is just make it through stage 2.
Honestly, if I was Titans, you're absolutely right. I'm just going to play defense here. I'm not going to push my equipment too hard, knowing that we still got not only a final stage, but I got such a big gap now between the other 2 championship contenders. I don't have to push it that hard. They're not on my rear bumper.
With that same thing said, though, on a restart, if you take it too easy, it's pretty easy to get run over. On these restarts, you're trying to kind of coast more, ride around with people, but the person behind you is not on that strategy. The person behind you wants to get up there and win the race. And so that could also cause a big problem for him.
Yes, because he actually has bad for you cards, not cards, but Buck, Pendle, Wicked, they're all right there stacked up on his bumper. They're wanting in front of him just as bad as he's wanting to stay in front of them.
As Trey started second to last, I believe there's 14 of them.
Yep.
So he started 13th on this restart. And Arkham, I see you commenting on our live chat here. Yep. I agree. Everybody wants to win, but do you win the battle or do you win the war?
Absolutely. And here goes the 16 of Buck. He's looking to the inside of Titans.
I'm going to drop back and see our playoff drivers here. They've already made their way back up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th and 8th right now. So, as caution's out.
You know, something else on that fact, he's not in the playoff hunt anymore as he was eliminated last race at Daytona. Golden Diver's right up there.
Yes, he
place,
is.
you know, he's trying to put the exclamation that, you know, had it not been for that messed up pit strategy, which I talked to him at the end of Daytona, and he said what had happened was when he pitted, he actually had 4 more laps of fuel. He could have been able to stay out and wait, but when he was in that lead pack of trucks that all decided to pit because they were short, he didn't want to be left alone without draft help, so he was actually banking on a caution that whole time, and just an unlucky circumstance, you know. But he's up here, top 6, 7 places. He's trying to show, hey, if I was here, I'd still be a contender, just like you were saying, Nelco. He still wants to beat these 3 drivers.
Oh, absolutely.
Say, hey, you're lucky I didn't make it, or else I would be the champion.
Yeah, he actually told us in the Ford chat that he was going to go for it, no holds bar. He was coming after this trophy for this race.
All right, here we go. Restarting. A lot cleaner restart that time.
Oh yeah, definitely. As you see them all jockeying for that inside line. And, oh, yep. And the 68 of old guys in it.
I seen somebody flipping and then disappear.
As we do not have a caution.
3 wide right now with Trey on the bottom.
He's wanting up there, by the Lord. I ain't done yet.
He's doing everything he can to get up there.
The positive for Trey here is this is just stage 2, so even though he's wrecking, he's falling back a little ways. As long as he can stay on the lead lap, or not Trey, old guy, he's still sitting pretty as far as there will be a caution. You know there will. He'll be caught back up to the pack, but he's not going to be in the position that he wants to be on that restart. I like seeing this 54 Trey running there in 5th place right there with the lead pack. He's trying to say, hey, Titans, you may have come in and you may have dominated a lot of this season, but
this is my season.
I was points leader. I won the regular season championship for a reason. This is my series tonight.
Yep. This is the old guy making up a few positions. He's back up to 10th, about to make a run on the inside of the 7 truck for 9th. And 7 truck makes contact with him. He gets in the wall. 7 truck is spinning. It looks like he took out Golden Diver, and he goes flying down to the pit road.
Well, that's going on. Trey actually got around the 92 of Pendle as he's moved in now into P4, following the 16 of Buck, trying to get by bad for you.
Oh, the 75 just spun. The 83 is about to trying to hold on to it. As he did hold on to it.
Guys, I want all our viewers to know here, after the races are over, we're not necessarily going to do our usual of bringing all the winners in. We're going to bring in the 4 playoff drivers that we've seen battling it out all night long.
As we have a caution, I believe.
We're going to get their take on this.
Caution.
You know, Trey had just passed Buck in the 16 truck. I'm wondering if Trey doesn't get to start 3rd right behind Titans on the 3 start.
We'll find out.
I was actually the end of stage 2.
So we're in the money stage now.
Yep, 38 laps to go.
38 laps, and we will have a champion of Season 2 of the Giggity Racing League Truck Series.
Actually, with 38 laps, 16 laps to a tank of fuel.
There will be 2 stops or strategy to make it all the way.
Yes. Now, we've seen Trey do his thing, try to do it at Gateway. Barely missed out on that. We've seen him do it at Daytona. Can he do it again here?
Another person, we didn't talk about him saving much at Daytona, but old guy actually had to save a full lap and a half when he pitted. So, and he finished P2, so that man can save some fuel too.
Yes,
now Titans, we don't usually see.
He's back here in the pack. As Titans is spinning, he's flipping, barrel rolling.
68 and the 54 both make it through, so Titans is in the back. 68 reckon now with the 16. No caution.
Nope.
This is exactly
The
what they
54
needed.
Oh, the 7 catches the wall. Oh, he catches Pendle. Oh, Pendle hit 54. The 54's wrecking. There should be a caution on that one.
That's half the field. They're all wrecking back into him as the whole front stretch was occupied there by wrecked cars.
So Trey is in 4th. Old guy is in 9th, and Titans is not being shown. So he's not exactly.
So getting
that was
reports
a
of
lag
7
rate.
lags.
Yep. Looks like the 7. Titans is in 13th.
Who's the 7th? Anybody know?
I'm looking at the top right now. At the roster
I
up
posted
here.
it in the broadcast chat. I'll go to it.
That's Irish Lord of Sith.
Okay. I'll be back. I need an invite into here. Plant, can you send it to me back out, please?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, we're gonna restart here. Re-rack them. Got the 87 starting first right now.
I'm gonna follow him with his 54, see what he does. Because we got the 68 right on his bumper. Well, they're definitely back here jockeying for position right now, going 3 wide.
All right,
Well,
final
looks
stage,
like-
guys.
Looks like somebody took Pendle out. Definitely have to find out what happened there.
I do want to say real quick, respect to the 7 of Lord of Sith. I don't know if you said it when I left. You got the lag issue. We backed
they're
out.
wrecking.
The 68 spinning on the edge of the corner.
As Trey and Titans keep rolling, it doesn't look like there's a caution.
I want to get back
You got
to the 7 of Lord Sith. Respect to that for backing out, wanting to cause no more further issues with the playoff championship race here.
Yep, definitely respect for that.
He actually backed out on his own before I got to the chat. He had already backed out.
Oh. Let's see, Titans on that high line trying to take it. Oh, as
Golden
catches
Diver in the wall right in front of him. Good job getting around him. Wow.
Yes. And good job by Diver keeping it on the wall, even though he's not running in the playoffs anymore. He knows the seriousness of this race, keeping it on the wall, keeping it out of the way.
Man, Trey is fighting hard staying with Titans this season.
Yes, he is. These
Or
two,
this race. I apologize.
well, this season too. I mean, they've had some close battles in the playoffs. Especially that Iowa race. It looks like Trey's truck's just a little bit too tight, a little bit too loose still. It looks like the rear end tried to snap on him coming out of turn 2 just now.
Hey to all our viewers, I'm seeing we got 10 people watching this right now. If you're in there, let's hear it, man. Who does everybody think is going to win this championship?
Absolutely. Comment, tell us, give us your thoughts.
I'm kind of interested to hear. I mean, I'm probably going to be a little bit more partial as I'm in the Chevy camp, as Titans and Old Guy are both here. But with the 3 of you being in the Ford camp and no Fords running, who are you guys looking at as the top contenders here?
As much as I hate to say it, just the way that Trey's struggling right now with his truck, it looks like, as we see Titans catch the wall. Oh, the 87 hit Trey, pushed him down to the apron. He bounced off the inside wall. That definitely helps the 25 of Titans. I mean, of the playoff drivers.
We talked about
he's definitely got the truck up there.
Tangling with playoff drivers.
You know, that's just part of racing, though. You know, we ask that they be respectful, and for the most part, they have been. You know, but it's racing at the same time. You know, how respectful can you be without messing up your own race?
As
you know
Old
what I
Guy,
mean?
he is all the way just now coming out of turn 4, while the rest of these guys are making their way into turn 1.
He did
Coming out
spin
of
in
turn
that.
2.
wreck right at the beginning of this that was not a caution.
Yep. As Trey finally gets around to 87.
Now, the positive, if you're old guy, we were talking about some... big wreck,
87 to 83 to 41, 52. That is a caution.
Caution's out. Old guy's right back in it.
Yes, he
so,
is.
With this caution, I'm thinking now these guys are only going to have to pit one time this stage, or there could still be a few more cautions. Maybe you stay out, try to get the track position when everybody else pits, bank on a few more cautions, and try to make it all the way.
Well, there's 24 to go, and Trey has, with the watching his, there's, like I said, 16 laps to us, so there's still there's still some laps short. I mean, they could probably stay out with the 2 cautions they've had in this stage. They could probably stay out and wait to that 16, 15 lap mark and then make that final pit stop. But it looks like everybody's pitting.
Yeah, you pit now, and maybe you play some strategy later on. Another caution, 2 more cautions, you might be able to make it. Is 24 to go at the time. Take away probably 2-3 laps. They're probably at 22, 23 to go. Another caution or 2 puts you right in range.
RKM gave us his perspective. Of course, he said he's going with his boy Trey, which definitely makes sense. Him in the Toyota camp doing his best to make him proud tonight. As we see Trey sneak under him on that low line. Oh, as 52 gets turned sideways, they're spinning again back there already.
Kyle Payne also threw in a vote there for Trey, which Kyle Payne is the Lord of Sith that is lagged out of the race. They're under caution, and I'm interested now to see who was in second. Was it Titans or was it Trey? And that's a huge fact because we've seen that inside line dominate these restarts. So Trey is actually sitting in the better position.
Yep, our top 5 is Buck, Titans, Trey, Cards fan, Country Rebel. Shout out to him for being up there in the mix. 6 is Wicked. 7th is Money. 8 is Pro 75. 9th is Pendle. And top 10 round out with Bad For You.
So old guy's still outside the top 10.
Yes. Yeah. I think he might have got mixed up in that little fiasco that happened on that restart there as well.
This goes back to what I was talking about, that, everybody's already made that 1 pit stop.
He is in 9th now.
And, right, old guy staying out, you might bank on a few more cautions and be able to make this without pitting at all. There's exactly what I was saying. Trey gets to the inside of Titans and passes him.
Now, do you jump up now? Or do you fall in behind that 16?
If it's me, I'm not jumping up in front of Titans. The inside line's still going. I'm following that draft, and I'm following that currency. You got to do everything you can to stay in front. The 25's fighting back hard, but the draft of the amount of vehicles on the inside
looks like Trey got a little bit loose on that inside down there. As we see Titans get around him. As old guy slides up the track, catches the 54. The 54 catches the 92, and the 51 is in the grass. Oh, they're wrecking again. The 52's around, the 41's around, and caution is out.
I think Titans got the P1 before the caution came out.
No, he did not. He is in second, but old guy is now up to 5th.
So same scenario. You're going to have Titans on the outside, and then
see now
old guy's going to be the 3rd truck on the inside line.
There's 16 laps to go before the caution laps. I'm not seeing a lot of people pit here.
16 to go. They probably still have 12, 13 laps in the tank. 1 more caution, and you can probably make it to the end. And we've seen in all these races tonight, track position is so well. Trey got put in the rear there, so that makes sense. He's guaranteeing that he can make it if it goes green. But
so did Titans, and look who has got the lead, not just the race, but the championship.
Old guy to P1. That's a bold move, but I like it. He's been the slower of the 3 of them the majority of the race.
And Trey only took right side tires, so he actually gained position by pitting. Oh, it looks like it gets a little bit loose.
Stuck on the outside.
Oh, is the 51,
51
catches on the apron. Jinx, Pink Spoke, you owe me a Coke. See them snaking back here again. Oh, it looks like the 88, the 41. There's the caution's back out again.
Oh, okay. That's what it was, is the game put them under caution in this contest. Old guy held the lead, and I'm thinking he's either got enough fuel at this point, or he's only just a lap or two short when they go back green.
So does that put Trey in as in third?
I think he was still in fourth when the caution come out, but we'll see.
He is in third.
He is? Ooh. So
To make that really interesting.
Titans is in fifth, so we've got Old Guy, Trey, and Titans 1, 3, and 5 on the inside line, front to rear.
Wow.
This is crazy, guys. This is awesome.
Yes, it is. All right, pull them straps down tight. It looks like the 87 had a pretty good jump on that restart there. Until we get down here. Oh, let's see, is Trey going to go up or is he going to stay behind? Yes, he does. He moves up.
Honestly, that allows Titans to get to the inside of Trey.
I think Trey needs to be on that high line anyway. He's getting a little bit too loose on that bottom. Oh, as he catches the wall. Man, I need to shut up. As we see, Old Guy throw a block on Titans. Titans goes high, goes to the outside, trying to get that run coming off the corner. As Pendle's pushing him.
You know, Old Guy was having a hard time. He didn't seem to be the faster of the cars, but now that he's up at the front, he's doing a pretty good job.
Yes,
you know, that clean air is helping him dramatically.
But honestly, the way Titans has been running that high line, I'd be up in front of him. Take his line away. Make him go somewhere
goes up
else.
And takes it. He tried to. A little bit of contact between the 68 and the 25. Here we go. Side by side going into 3. 92 of Pendle's pushing the 25 truck. Oh, no more. He goes to the outside.
Looks like Trey's going to try to use that draft coming. Oh, see the 41 gets sideways. He hits the wall. Yep, they're spinning again. And there's the caution.
Oh, Old Guy P2 will start on the outside of Titans. Then
and
Pendle
Trey
in third
will behind him.
Fourth. Old Guy's got to strap in them belts, and he's got to have the best restart of his career trying to stay out there and stop Titans from getting that outside line. You can't let Titans clear and get back up. We've seen this with multiple people that on the initial restart, people are really good and they get down on the bottom, but once you get back to 3 and 4, it's a lot looser on the bottom than it is in the middle to the upper part of the track.
Alright, there is 6 laps to go, so probably 5 or 4 to go after the caution laps.
And we have our playoff championship hopefuls, P1, P2, and P4 right here at the front.
This is definitely going to get interesting.
Comes down to 4 laps, and they're all right there in the top 5.
O's looks like, oh, Old Guy's trying to squeeze off Pendle, trying to get down there behind him as they're stacking up behind him, and they are spinning and wrecking. So here comes the caution again. Maybe not. They're still running. They're still going green.
Our championship hopefuls, P1, P2, and P3 at the front. Old Guy closing in hard.
Yes, he is. As Trey slides,
not Trey, but he drives in hard. Contact.
Oh, Titans, here comes Trey.
Trey gets into the 25. Trey to the P1.
Oh.
As the 88 comes in, he gives a little bumper.
Rebel, he makes contact. Oh, wow. Nothing like copying each other there.
Like, it really comes down to what would you really do to win a championship.
Yes.
We're definitely seeing it here.
Yes, as you see, the 68 Old Guy kind of give his teammate a little bump, trying to say, listen, you're not taking this from me.
Trey is setting sail. What's that,
yes,
2 to go now?
I think so. I'm looking at his broadcast. I'm trying to find out. 1 to go. This is the last lap as Trey has got a little bit of a lead. Can they get him?
He just has to hold his line at this point. Old Guy's in too much traffic. Trey just has to be calm. Titans was in that incident. He's at the back of this jumble of vehicles. The 16 a buck fighting hard, trying to get up in there. Will he make contact trying to get the lead?
Nope, he will not do it as Trey comes to the start-finish line and wins the championship for the Truck Series, the Season 2 of Giggity Racing League.
Incredible.
Wow.
That was an incredible finish.
You hate to see it for the 25.
Yeah, he was up there. He was showing his dominance tonight. It's just unfortunate to happen like that. It's almost like the Carl Edwards issue in 2016.
Yeah, you hate to see it. It's just two guys battling hard. Who wants it more?
I'm getting that bad man in here right now. Okay, so old guy. Oh, Golden. That's right. All right. Oh, I'm already.
A victory burnout?
I'm down for that.
Out of here. While you guys chat with Golden, and I'll get that squared away, and then send me an invite, okay?
Gotcha. Man, tough break for some of those guys tonight. Like
Golden. Real quick, is your voice on always low?
Yeah, it should be.
All right. Well, can you double check for me right quick, just to make sure?
Yeah.
All right, man. You came up close. You almost had a strategy at Daytona to make it in, to possibly get the win and make it into the final round of Homestead. Came up just a touch short there, but we seen you up at the front at the start of the race, battling for, you know, top 5 up there. I mean, so it looked like you still had a fast car even though you was out of the playoffs. What can you take from this, coming up just that much short?
Well, I mean, it's obviously frustrating when you can't communicate with everybody in the same chat. Going back to that Daytona race,
yep.
You know, being in different chats, it's tough to know who's on what strategy, and that's kind of how that played out. I didn't know that they were on a different strategy where they didn't pit at the stage break. So I needed 3 more laps to make it to the end at Daytona. But Homestead, you know, honestly, I didn't do any practice at Homestead, which probably was a mistake. Ended up finishing 7th there at the end with new tires. So really just trying my best to, you know, put on the show for the fans that are watching, and I'll try to get the win. Unfortunately, came up 6 spots short tonight.
Well, like I said, you had a heck of a run at Daytona. You come up just a little bit short. How intense was the racing tonight? I mean, knowing that this is the finale, it was all going to be over with tonight. Champion was going to be crowned. Y'all were in a party with, you know, just the playoff drivers by yourselves. What was it like?
Honestly, it was pretty calm. We were having fun, staying loose and whatnot. Atlanta was pretty hectic, especially with the draft coming into play there. A lot of good racing. Unfortunately, the second half of the race was, you know, a bit plagued by cautions quite a bit. Daytona wasn't too bad, actually. It was probably the calmest of the 4 that we did tonight. And then Gateway was pretty fun as well. I know me, Trey, Titans, and somebody else, we had a really good battle going on. It was a 4-car battle, so that was quite a bit of fun.
All right, Noco, Plant, y'all got anything? You got any questions or anything to add?
Diver man, you had a tough race at Daytona there. You came up short in the end, but I'm really impressed with your fight. You went down swinging. You didn't give up. I mean, honestly, as a team owner, that's all I could ask for out of a driver. I mean, a heck of a run, man. To make it as far as you did, I'm super proud of you.
Absolutely.
Thanks. Not good enough for the #1 pick in the draft, though. So still got to work on that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Always looking forward to next
Congratulations.
Great job,
Thanks,
Golden.
guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right, y'all want to go ahead and suggest
I'm
Titans
working on
in
it, but
here?
I don't believe. Oh, he did stay online. All right. Boom, after we're done with... Five seconds left or whatever.
All right.
He had already left that other chat, so I'm not 100% certain if he'll join this chat. There he is. Titans, are you on always live? Titans?
Mic was muted. Yeah, I am.
Okay. I'll let you guys go ahead and take this. No go, boom, plant.
Titans, man, what a drive, dude. Those last few laps there, that was intense. Like, walk us through those last few laps. What was your mindset?
Just getting to the front and knowing if I got to the front, I would win the race, but other things happened, so didn't work out that
Yeah,
way.
man. That was some crazy racing there with the championship dangling in front of you guys. It's no holds bar at that point. We talked about that in the pre-race, but I mean, you gave it a heck of a run, man. You did a good job. You definitely were there at the end. It just didn't pan out that way, and that happens. You know, it's racing.
Yep.
Plant, you got anything?
Yeah, Titans, man. I really hate to see that happen, man. You definitely showed your dominance, you know, coming into the season and all that, and then have it all go away, you know, with just a couple laps to go. Must really be a bummer, man. But definitely, on a positive note, I'm pretty sure you'll get drafted pretty early on next season, so you'll definitely have a good ride regardless, and you can compete for, you know, Xfinity Championship or however, you know, they place you. I wish you the best of luck, man, for real.
Yeah, for sure. Titans, absolutely.
What
about you, Boom?
What do you take away from, you know, the night, you know, coming in, you know, late in the season and still putting on the show that you did, you know, showing, like they said, the dominance, you know, the week in, the week out, up front running, taking wins, taking points. What, I mean, next year running a full season, I mean, I'm just anxious and looking forward to see what's going to come in next season, because if you was able to do that in just a limited schedule, what's the you know, the future look like with a full schedule?
Should be entertaining to watch. Definitely going to have to block some more if it comes down to championship race like that. But yeah, that's pretty much the takeaway from tonight.
All right, man. Well, you had one heck of a run, and like Plant and Nucko said, it sucks to see it, you know, to end, you know, that close, just that far away from it in that sort of fashion. But you battled all night, man. Keep your head high, and we look forward to see what happens next season, man.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Great job, Titans.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. We got. Yep. I already accepted it. Oh God. Is your voice set to always allow?
I believe so.
You mind double checking real quick just to make sure?
I'm putting it on the stream right now so I can hear whether or not he's talking. Go ahead and say something, old guy. I'm putting it on the stream right now so I can hear
What's up, Teddy?
Go ahead and say something, old guy. I'm putting it on the stream right now so I can
What's up, Teddy?
All right.
Okay, yeah, you're on.
You almost came away with it, man. There at the end, the last restart, y'all were literally 1, 2, and 4 going in with 3 laps to go. All y'all battling for the championship. What was it like?
Trying to figure out how not to get run over. Nice. restarts were not good for me. I needed to get my car rolling first.
Oh, we definitely seen the struggles on the restart. Looks like there was just a lot of jockeying around for position, and you just kept catching the tail end of somebody's truck on accident all the time.
Yeah, it's just, well, there was a lot of lagging going on out there as well. It is what it is.
Nucko, Plant, Teddy.
Old guy.
Still a great.
Go ahead. Good.
Still a great run, man. That was a really bold move you tried to pull at the end to win the championship. We was all on the edge of our seats, you know, not even knowing what's going to go down. That was an awesome, you know, shot to try to win the championship. But sometimes you just kind of got to do what you got to do. You obviously saw the opportunity. I'm sure you didn't mean to get Titans in the wall, but when it comes into a championship, I know how bad you wanted to win one. Overall, good season overall, man. You did a great job.
I feel bad for Titans. I don't. It was the heat of the moment. The win was right there. I burped it a couple times so I could hold it down. I couldn't. It just didn't hold.
Yeah, we've seen the contact going into the corner. I mean, like you said, it's hard fought. You know, it's for the championship. You know, it's definitely no hard feelings or anything like that. But I mean,
I hope he does. That's.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, the gloves come off. I mean, you're all fighting for a championship, whether you're teammates or not. I mean, after the contact, was it like, was you concerned about what he was going to think, say, or anything like that, or you were still focused on trying to run down that 54 truck?
There was still a focus on the 54. I was looking, kind of trying to see how far back Titan dropped. I didn't know if he was going to be able to get up there. Apparently, after I put him into the wall of trade, hit him as well. So he went quite a ways back. I feel real bad for Titans. He deserved to win. He was there.
What do you look forward going into next season?
Well,
go ahead, old guy. Sorry about that.
oh, I thought you were talking. What do I look for? Hopefully, I can get better and compete more.
Yeah, it's a learning process for sure.
I'm gonna have to say you competed pretty good, finishing P2 on the season standings.
Well, this is the best finishes I've had this season, really.
That's where it matters. It doesn't matter what gets you there. It matters that you got there. And then again, great showing here. We're looking forward to seeing what we can't see out of you next season.
I'm looking forward to it myself. It's
Congrats on second, old guy.
thank you, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to bring our Season 2 Giggity Racing League Truck Series champion in here. I'll send a suggestion for you, Boomhouse. Also, after you accept him, you can go ahead and get into the invite I sent you.
Well,
Hold on just a second, Trafer, with what you planned on doing. You gotta get Boom, the broadcast on it.
I'm loading in right now, so just give me 1 second.
10-4. You might have to go do one more lap before you get booted, Trey. I just lost connection.
All right. got you, man. Let's get back to that start-finish line. Man, what a run for you this year, man.
I can't remember.
I mean, you start the season off winning Daytona. Luck didn't go your way really too much the rest of the season until we get back to Daytona again. You sweep Daytona, you've got the momentum coming into Homestead, and you just totally get up front, take charge on the last lap, and bring home the win and get the championship, man. I mean, how is it, man? Tell us. What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
I'm happy, but I wish it ended better.
Yeah, we've seen the contact between the 68 and the 24, plus a couple of the drivers that was up there. Kind of got them toward the back a little bit, but you was able to somehow squeeze through there and hold on to that lead, man. What were you thinking as that was going on? I mean, when you seen the contact, you seen everybody start wrecking, was you thinking another caution was going to come out?
To be frank, I didn't know how many laps to go. I did not realize how many laps to go. I thought we still had like 6 to go. When I got the move, then when I came back around, it said 1 to go. But I can't say nothing but thank you to everybody here at Giggity. Thank you to Team Toyota. It's been one heck of a year. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how I called Daytona that I need Daytona win to get back to the front to win. But at the end, if I could, I would give this championship to Titan. To be honest, he showed that he was the guy to beat. To be fair, I shouldn't got that title. Like saying, at times is, I know he's upset. If he chooses to stay here in Giggity, if he stays in trucks or he goes to another division, I don't see why he's not going to win a championship in any other series. But I can't say how much I am grateful. This be my first championship in any league I ever competed in. And it's freaking awesome. I can't, like I said, I'm lost for words. I understand this is a video game, but that anticipation when I came off that final corner, I don't know how. Like, luck was on my side. Maybe I had somebody in the fans as my lucky charm or something. I don't know, but heck of a race. I know it's a heck of a race up there in the booth.
Oh yes.
I can't say nothing else towards it. But
so Trey, I got a couple questions for you. So going into the Daytona race, you played a good strategy. You ended up winning the race. Did you feel like after winning the Daytona race that really gave you all the momentum heading into Miami?
No. Like saying no. To be frank, all 4 championship drivers were in the same party. Taddy came into the party telling us, Goldie been eliminated, you old guy and Titans race for championship. And he told us that after the race, all 4 of us were in an interview. Basically, I told Titans, get ready for your speech because you're going to make it at the end of the race.
He did. I heard it. He's not kidding. That's exactly what he told Titans.
And like saying,
well, from the jubilation in your voice, man, you sound super happy. It was anybody's race to win there at the end. Honestly, you can't take away anything from how hard the other drivers fought. But I mean, in the end, like we talked about in the pre-race, we're gonna have one person that's real happy, and we're gonna have 2 people really upset, and that's exactly what we have here.
Yeah, and like saying, old guy, he put on a show. That last stretch he had me worried. When Titans got back up there, I know because to be frank, the car, I made a bad adjustment on our last stop, and the car was loose. I couldn't even on the top side, it just wanted to snap out. Then when old guy and Titans got together, I just floored it. I just floored it. I just went straight. I saw the opening in the gap. I did not lighten the queen. I found the gap. I just gassed it open. It went through, and I was trying my best to stay off Titan the best I could, but like seeing that ping pong effect.
Yep.
That's just hard racing, man. That's just hard racing. You guys are going for a championship, you know?
Real quick, I just want to tell you, Trey, you were a pleasure to have all season long. From being the excited broadcaster to putting on these great shows on Monday nights. And I think just so you know, you're no longer just an excited broadcaster. You're the excited broadcasting champion.
There you go.
We're a champion. I was being cocky at the beginning of the season. I told RKM, you made a good decision drafting me. I will bring you home a championship. Now, as the season went along, and you get these new drivers in, and I can say this league's come a long way, because I made my first start last season with y'all in y'all first truck championship. I raced with Taddy. I think about 8 of us racing in that race that day. Now, like saying, we most of the season we had about 16 cars. Tonight we had about 19 different drivers starting the race. So this league has made grow since then. I can't believe I made it this far. And like saying with the draft, like saying being now coming in with the title, saying I'm a champion, going to the draft, going for Heat 4. I don't know what to expect now, but I hope it's nothing but going up from here. I can't say thank you enough. I can't say thank you to all the guys that raced in this series from the beginning of Daytona to in the Homestead. Everybody nearly put on a hell of a race. There was always something to watch. And old guy, Titans, Golden, Graham, he couldn't make the race. I know he'd been up there fighting for the championship. To be honest, Graham was there. I think he'll probably be the biggest wrench in this championship. But I can't say to those guys, hell of a season. It's been fun. I can't wait for Heat 4 to come out next week. And let's get another season going.
All right,
and
man.
Maybe Xfinity in your near future.
If Marcus ain't there, I'll be happy to take the spot. if Marcus Tyne's not there, I'll be happy to take a spot there. But
I think I hear some champagne bottles going in the background now.
I don't know, champagne bottles or beer cans popping off right now, but I'm on cloud 9 right now.
I think we'll let you go and get to celebrating.
Absolutely.
For everybody,
Congratulations.
Congratulations. But can't say enough about how great you just did there.
Congratulations, Trey.
I appreciate it. I can't say no more. I thank y'all. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Well,
hear the jubilation in his voice.
Yes, absolutely.
That is one happy driver right there.
No kidding.
I mean, and to conclude the truck series, guys, like my final thoughts on all this. We saw really good racing from start to finish. These guys have come a long way. They're definitely developing well. I can't wait to see what some of these guys are going to do in Heat 4 and where they land.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely shout out to all the developmental drivers too tonight. Those guys did a heck of a job, man. We had a couple mistakes, but nobody's perfect.
No.
And for the most part,
for a reason.
Yeah, for the most part, they stayed out of the way and they let the other guys race it out. And I mean, there was a couple of instances in different races tonight where people kind of drove a little over their heads, but I mean, I think everybody does at one point. And they all look like they have promising careers coming in front of them.
All right. Well, as you see, that 54 truck come away with his championship tonight. Like y'all said, congratulations to all the truck drivers out there that put on one heck of a show this year. And honestly, I gotta say, broadcasting these races with y'all Monday nights has been a blast. We've had countless races, as Plant was talking about, on the edge of our seat.
For me and you, Boom.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be the norm for Mondays.
Real quick, before we end this broadcast here, I'm seeing that we still have 8 people on watching. If any of you guys are not in the league and you want to be,
let us
you
know.
can comment a post on here. Contact any of the drivers that you just seen.
Oh, yeah.
Any of the people that you've seen on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. We race 7 days a week. If you want to run in this league, contact someone, man. Everybody here will point you in the right direction.
Absolutely.
We take everyone, and this was just our lower series that you've seen tonight. You still got our Xfinity, Custom Xfinity coming tomorrow, our Custom Cup series on Wednesday. I mean, we offer it all, and we try to put everyone where they can be competitive. If you guys want to join, just reach out and get a hold of us. Giggity Racing League.
And to look forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be just as exciting, I feel.
Yes, tomorrow we have our Custom Xfinity series, our final 2 rounds at Talladega and Homestead. So y'all join in again there. Definitely going to be some great racing just like we've seen tonight. But
So, actually, to go into that a little bit more, our points leader for that series is Little Man, and that's the only series we do Old Winston Cup style, that it's just whoever has most points at the end of the season wins.
Yep.
And our points leader, unfortunately, he's been caught up in Hurricane Dorian. Prayers your way, man, for you and your family. That's Bobby Lee Marshall, Little Man. At the same time, he had a 100-point lead over Boomhauer. If and when Little Man is unable to make it tomorrow night, that's going to put Boomhauer, Brian SP, and K Taddy all fighting for 2 races, as we have Talladega and Homestead tomorrow night, and all 3 of those drivers are looking for shooting it out, trying to win that championship.
I look forward to it, man.
It's going to be fun to watch. I can't wait for Wednesday, gentlemen.
But as you were saying, Taddy, everybody, if this broadcast somehow finds its way down there, the people in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, the Bahamas, everything that y'all are going through, thoughts and condolences for everything y'all are going through, this hurricane bearing down on y'all. I hope y'all are safe. Hope everybody makes it through. And
absolutely,
and that goes from everyone here at Giggity, man. Thoughts and prayers for
not just the people who live down there, but all the workers that's going to be headed down there doing everything they can to help y'all. Just we're hoping
Larson
all y'all are
might
safe.
Actually be going down there too.
That as well. So hopefully everybody can pull through out of that, and y'all are in our thoughts.
And, yeah, definitely. It's definitely tragic, unfortunate, Mother Nature, but we'll pull through somehow and be even stronger after.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Real quick, there's 4 of us in here. Let's go ahead and get our final thoughts, then we'll end this broadcast. Let's start with you, Plant. You've been kind of quiet guy. Final thoughts on the Truck Series, the league. Let's just hear your thoughts real quick, man.
I am Groot. Overall, incredible race. From start to finish, all 4 races has been incredible. I've been sitting here studying, watching, just seeing what next season can hold for certain drivers and stuff, and just trying to pick everybody's brain and seeing who's good at what track has been incredible. Everybody in this race tonight has been clean for the most part, and we saw great races every single race, and I'm just excited for next season. I'm excited for Trey and everybody who participated. Just thank y'all for putting on a good show for us to enjoy and watch.
Thank you, Plant. Noko?
As a driver, I definitely raced with a lot of these guys throughout the season in the Truck Series, and I mean these races are always fun, not just to watch and broadcast, but they're fun. They're really fun to be a part of. And tonight really showed me the grit, the determination, the skill level that these guys have. They definitely have come a long way, like I said earlier, and it was just really fun to watch the 4 races. I mean, we got some really good drivers coming up through the ranks, and I mean, Giggity Racing League, it has a really, really promising future ahead of it with these guys. I'm just really looking forward to Heat 4. I definitely marked my P's and Q's here for the draft list of who I'm interested in, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the other admins were also keeping an eye out on their drivers that they're watching.
Oh yes.
I'm just really I'm really impressed with everybody tonight. Congratulations to Trey. You know, winning that truck championship. Me and him talked a couple weeks ago in a chat together, and he was kind of doubting himself, and he said he really needed that win to bring back that mojo. And I honestly think that win at Daytona really brought back the mojo and gave him the confidence he needed to go into Homestead and win that championship.
Absolutely.
But overall, just awesome. No, you're fine. It's just been awesome. Awesome 4 races, awesome season. I'm just looking forward to Heat 4 and what the future holds.
Yeah, I mean, like y'all said, I mean, just the fights, the battles, the racing that we've seen, from start to finish all year long, especially in the playoffs. I mean, we've seen side by side coming across for the start finish line. I mean, we've seen good, clean racing, at times too. The entire races go caution-free other than the stages. You see, especially toward the end of the season, developmental drivers come in, holding their ground, trying to make a name for themselves, but also being, polite and respectful to the playoff drivers. It's just been one heck of a season. And like I said, congratulations to everybody who made the playoffs, including, the Final Four, and Trey. Congratulations on his championship. I mean, you can, like you said, you can hear it in his voice. He's plumb tickled. He's probably turning blue right now. But I'm ready for the next race and see what else this week is going to hold. I mean, it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to get it all going.
My final thoughts here. To everybody that helped out broadcasting for the truck season, all series, or the whole season, I want to thank you guys all greatly. The racing that we've just seen as founder, co-founder, whatever, of the Giggity Racing League, tonight couldn't have made me more proud as an individual. The racing was good. The racing was hard. We had a lot of new guys coming in that were really respectful, that, those are the future of Giggity. Those are the guys that you haven't seen every week, but you're about to. To all the admins that we have that are helping put this all together, that there's a lot behind the scenes that people aren't knowing. And this was just night 1 of championship week. We have 5 more championships to decide this before next Sunday. What an amazing overall deal for the Giggity Racing League in whole. Again, any of the viewers, let everybody know. I mean, we're accepting people. If you want a good, fast, clean league, I mean, we're here for you, At the end of the day, admins, I can't do it without all of you. This is a big team effort. This is a family affair as far as the league goes. Trey, congratulations. Man, that's awesome. The guy fights hard every week, shows up every week. He's got now 3 victories going into tonight. He had 1 ever. He now has 3. He tripled his amount of wins. He's known as a champion now. And that's going to go in the record books. Anytime we talk about Giggity Racing League, we're going to talk about the second champion being Trey in the trucks. How awesome is that? I just can't. I'm speechless. It was awesome. With that, guys, we're going to go ahead and end our broadcast here. Again, if anybody wants to be a part of this, just reach out to anybody that participates in this league. They'll point you in the right direction. So from everyone here at Giggity Racing League, the truck season is over. They'll be returning here in about 2 to 3 weeks. Thank you for watching, and we'll do it again next season.